There's my base layer. It has pine needles and dead leaves. So this right here is the start of another compost bin. But I'm going to be working on the middle bin right there today, because that's a new bin started, I think, October 1st, or the first week of October anyway. So I'm going to be adding to the middle bin today, and this one here will be started when that one is full and resting, or curing, composting, whatever you want to call that. That's all rinsed out. These are remnants from my garden. They're bean plants. This is basically cover material. Same way you would put on straw, hay, whatever. Keep the animals out of it. Usually works pretty good. Then I just rinse this bucket out and I'll pour it on top. And that is it, folks. That's how I add to my compost. Now, when I have more compost to put in here, I'll roll this that I just put on there. I'll roll it out, add my compost to the top of whatever's on there, and then I'll put this back on. It works wonderfully, folks. It keeps the compost pile damp, and it just, this time of year, it'll help it from freezing if it's already not heating up. It just works really good, folks. Anything on the ground, I'll just toss up there. So that's how I do it. When it gets all the way to the top, or 3/4 of the way, that's when I'll stop this compost and I will turn to that one. So in order to keep the varmints, some of the varmints out, I've just got this wire fencing that I cut. Is this the one that goes there? It might. It might be. And just with some nails bent over, if I can pay attention, the nails just hold it in place. Works quite nicely. It just keeps everything out. Well, the mice can get in there, and a weasel can get in there, and some moles and some voles and whatever else there is. And just so my geese don't get in there, I'll do the same with this one. Only I'll just lean that up because the geese aren't like chickens. Chickens get into everything. Boy, my chickens, I don't know, folks. I can't see getting chickens again. I just can't see getting chickens again. But maybe. So there we have it. That's what I do. It works wonderfully. And I've got that bin way over that's empty. I'm going to put some straw, some hay, throw some sawdust in there, anything. So this right here, this winter, when the greenery is hard to get, the cover material is hard to get, I can just throw sawdust or pine needles that I've raked up, leaves that I've raked up, or some hay or straw for a cover material. It's something that's worked for me for years, folks. But right there, that's how I start my compost for a new bin. This year, instead of adding, because I learned something when I emptied this compost bin a few minutes ago. The cover, the first layer wasn't thick enough, and it was too dense. So I put leaves in there and a whole bunch of pine needles just to get a little bit more air in there. So hopefully that'll do the trick. We'll see. And something that I forgot to do, here's my probe compost thermometer. The air right now is 40, looks like 47 or so. The only part that detects the heat and reads the gauge is the very tip. So I like to get my gauge right down in the center and leave it. And it's already climbing up pretty fast. So I'll check it in a few days. And if it's too cool, I'll add some more hot material in there, more greenery. If it's getting too hot, over 120, 130, and then I'll cool it down. And I'll cool it down with probably water and moving that compost around a little bit. Okay, that's what I've got for you today, folks. I don't know if it's something you was interested or not, but that's something I was doing and figured one or two of you may enjoy the video. All right, folks. Bye-bye.